Anybody who's anybody in the world of heavy metal knows that Megadeth is one of the OGs, absolutely. And they have a new album out called The Sick, The Dying, and The Dead. And it's received a really nice reception with the fan base. A lot of people feel it's a return to form. In the lead up to releasing this album, the Megadeth camp had come out and said they were going to release a trilogy of videos detailing the origin and rise to power of one Vic Rattlehead, the Megadeth mascot. And so far, we've seen 2 of the 3 videos. The first video, We'll Be Back, was showing you the early days of Vic Rattlehead, when he was just a dude working for a some sort of weird militia. I don't know if it was the military. However, the military doesn't just show up at your house in a fucking van or whatever that was and take you off to war. So I don't know why Vic was involved, but he was involved because they showed up to pick him up for war. Whatever he was doing had gotten him into trouble with other people because his family was murdered. And Vic, he swears revenge. He proceeds to go. He takes the bus, the war bus, out to war, and he gets involved in a very tiny war where he's just stabbing motherfuckers. He's fucking shooting people, kick people in the shin, doing whatever it takes. And he comes upon a dirty bomb, which he picks up and runs. So now after running what looks like a mile, he fucking runs up to the beach, fights a man to the death with his bare fucking hands, then picks up the dirty bomb, swims out into the ocean where the bomb explodes. You would think Vic was dead, but that's where we pick up in video 2, where Vic fucking, he wakes up, he must be on the river Styx or something like that, because here's Death paddling its little boat up, and he's there with all his mates. I guess all the people he killed didn't make it to wherever the fuck this was, heaven, hell, purgatory, I don't fucking know. Death chooses Vic and gives him the little touch of death, which makes Vic turn into the character we now know to be as Vic Rattlehead. Apparently, Death has decided to bestow its power upon him, making him Death itself. He gives him the cool leather jacket of Death. He bequeaths to him the Deathmobile, the car of Death. And fucking Vic Rattlehead now jumps in the Deathmobile and drives out to the fucking same war, I guess. I mean, there's another group of people. He confronts them, and apparently now he has the Force. We didn't know that was one of Death's powers, but Death does indeed have the Force, because you could just move your fucking hand and make people burst into flames and do all kinds of crazy shit. So, he proceeds to murder all these motherfuckers without really having to move whatsoever. I didn't expect Death to get involved in any sort of like kung fu or anything like that, but you would think he'd have to do something. The fucking guy just stands there, people shoot him, nothing happens. I like when you have the hero of the story, there should be a little bit of frailty there. You run into that whole Superman thing. You know how like Superman, you can watch it for a second, but eventually you're like, well, what the fuck? This guy, I mean, nothing fucks with this guy. That's boring. I mean, as far as we can tell, this motherfucker's only weakness is teddy bears and fucking memories of his family. That's the only thing that hurts him. And maybe we'll see a little bit more of a tender side to Vic in this video. I don't know. Or maybe he'll just stand there and wave his hand and kill a lot of other motherfuckers. So that leads us here. Chapter 3, the final chapter in this trilogy of videos. And this song is called The Sick, The Dying, and The Dead. Chapter 3. Let's see what Dave and the boys have in store. Dave Mustaine presents The Sick, The Dying, and The Dead. Wab. Is this kid like on Tinder? I see some swiping going on. What does that say? Pandemic. What's that? What does that one say? It's hard to write in blood. Chapter 3. The sick, the dying, and the dead. If you're somebody who freaks out with strobes, if that makes you fucking have a seizure or something, don't watch this motherfucker. Got a businessman, he's having a good old time. Until... Vic Rattlehead. Oh shit. Oh. What the fuck? The head is a little bobbleheadish. It's a cool mask, but, you know. He runs wherever he goes, he's seeing death. The head is really big. Uh-oh. See, the Force. This motherfucker's coughing up blood now. Classic Darth Vader. Rats! This guy's having a tough day. Oh. That was the first time, just that spot a second ago, that was the first time I've seen in this trilogy of videos where I could say, man, Dave Mustaine looked old as fuck. He looked gray in the first video, but it was more like a tough, like made of stone gray. In this case, I say, whoa, that's a fucking, that looks like a man who's lived a very hard life, as Dave no doubtedly has. Continue. Is this the death phone? Oh my god. What are you watching? This kid's a fucking animal. Dave's hands look awful. What the fuck is happening to this guy? Ugh. That's how Dave has to wake up. Open your eyes. Death just haunting, just toying with this motherfucker. Where is he? God damn, Dave's hands. What the fuck? This is very dark. It's hard to tell what the fuck's going on at all. Sanity. I don't know. Is that greediness? But am I just a no-reading ass motherfucker? I can't read any of that. Did he have a hood in the second one? I don't remember. It's like on a throne of some sort. Sodomy? Oh, shit. As Vic takes his place at the seat of death. And this motherfucker finally put out of his misery. He is dead. And I guess he's just going to keep him as some sort of decor. Let him know you don't trespass on this motherfucker. To be continued? Holy shit, how many parts of this fucking thing? I thought it was going to be a triumvirate. Holy shit, what is this, a 6-7 part fucking thing? Listen, I like Megadeth. I don't want to be negative about these motherfuckers. That was by far the weakest song of the three, by far the weakest video. I don't even know what the fuck was going on here. You have some little fucked up kid who's looking at like snuff film, and there's Dave with his fucking hands that just look like they're carved out of wood, but like unfinished. Like it's still all fucked up and pointy. And man, that motherfucker's hands. If you're his lady, you're not looking to get any part of those fucking fingers. That shit would demolish your body. He must punch like a son of a bitch. You don't want to get punched by Dave. He's got like Hulk hands. You know the Hulk hands you wear over your fucking hands? He's got them, but like for real. That was fucked up. Vic Rattlehead looked silliest of all in this one. His head looked gigantic. It was a little bit noticeable in the second one, but it wasn't, in this one, it's comical. He looks like a fucking bobblehead. Like I said, it's hard to write in blood. I've tried it several times. You can't get a decent penmanship because just there's no way to tell, and to get enough blood to really write shit out clearly, it becomes illegible. And I understand you don't want to focus on the thing for fucking ever, and you want to make it look a little bit realistic. However, only half of that shit was readable. I'm assuming the kid thing will be paid off in the next episode. Maybe he'll turn into death or something. The greedy businessman. I don't know what the pandemic or any of that shit had anything to do with this goddamn businessman who just starts bleeding and crawling and shit. Yeah, I don't know. First video I thought was cool. The song was pretty badass. The second video I thought was better and the song was better. This one, they just went off a fucking cliff. Like the song was, I guess, okay, but it didn't really kick much ass at all. It was kind of a down thing. On the positive side, there were no weird family flashbacks. He didn't pull any teddy bears out his ass to fucking look at and be forlorn. So if I had to rate this one, as I said, worst of the three, not great. Sorry. Hopefully, I guess there's going to be yet another one of these motherfuckers. I thought I would just react to them because, it's a trilogy. Boom, boom, boom. If there's going to be like 8 of these, I don't want to do a fucking video for each one. So I guess they can't all be winners. In this case, The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead, Chapter 3, out of 10, I'd say it's like a 4 out of 10. It was, didn't work for me, dog. So maybe they'll do better next time. Until then, I'll talk to you crazy motherfuckers later. Peace.